Good morning. It says I'm live, so it must be. Once again, it's been a while since I've been on here. I'm going to do my best to get on here at least a couple of times a week so that we can keep in touch. Hey, if you want to call or email me, I will put when I'm done with this. I'll put all that information down below, so you can call or text me anytime. Whatever's your pleasure. Today I'm going to talk about AromaTouch. I believe I've talked about AromaTouch before, but I have to say it's been a long time and I've learned more and more about AromaTouch. For instance, AromaTouch is a technique on hands, feet, and earlobes. Oh, and spine. Now, I bought an AromaTouch chair so I can take it to other people's houses. I used to be able to take the massage table, but at my age, I'm getting older. It's just too hard. So I bought the chair, but it can be done even just in a chair like I'm sitting in, only I would be sitting the other way. And I do a little massage up and down the arms and legs as I go, but it's not a full body massage, so it's less money. And I charge 45. And but it's very, very healing. I wrote this down below too, so you'll see it, but it corrects the cellular memory, the errors in our cellular memory. It's really important and it works miracles. And also, I'm teaching a class, or will be teaching a class, or more than one class actually. It'll be 4 or 5 classes on the history of essential oils. It's basically from scripture because that's when it all started. God created plants before he created animals or people, and that's for nourishment and for medicine. So it's been going on since the beginning of time. And of course, there's history of oils past the point of when the Bible was written, but this is where it all started. And this is basically done with scripture because that's the history. If you're not a Christian, it's okay. We want everybody to get the advantage of essential oils and of plants. Eating plants is very important. And so don't feel like you have to be just a particular religion. Here in fact, all of doTERRA, we want everybody in the world to love essential oils and use essential oils. So it doesn't matter your race, your religion, your sexual preference. It really doesn't matter. We feel that this is something from God, from nature, whatever you want to call it, to bless everybody, and everybody can use it. And so I really don't have too much more to say today but I'm going to start doing a little bit, like a little series on AromaTouch, and I'm going to try to keep it short. Uh, and if you're interested in taking this class, I don't have a date set up for the next one. The next series, I'm going to do 3 or 4, a series of 3 or 4, maybe more. Just depends on people's interest. So I would do it on this computer. My other computer doesn't have, I like it better, except it doesn't have a camera or a speaker. So I can't use it. So this is done in my living room kitchen combination. So, and it doesn't really matter where it's done. What matters is the beauty of essential oils. They're just so awesome. I've had any number of healings in my life, and on myself, on friends, on my pets. After I said I was never going to use frankincense on my dogs because it's one of the most expensive oils. But my dog that I had before these two, he died in about 7 or 8 years. It must be 8 years ago. And he and I walked 4 miles every day, but he got cancer at one point, and so I used the frankincense because he was just worth it. And I think of that dog every day. I miss him so much, even though I love the two I have. That particular dog, because we did so much walking, he was just a blessing. And it healed him, and then he was killed a couple of years later. He ran into the street. He had never done that before. And I was just heartsick. Even the cop cried. people that stopped their cars. Everybody was crying. But at any rate, I do now what I do with my dogs. I've got two water dishes, one right over here, which you can't see at the end of the kitchen counter, and one in the back bedroom. And in the one here, I put one drop of frankincense in it. I change it about every other day. The other one, I put a drop of copaiba because those are two of the most important oils as far as healing and pain and all of that. So my one dog is 17 years old and he's doing real good because we use oils. And then the other dog is big. He's 90 pounds and he's over 7 years old. But he was born, and we found out when he was 7 months old that he had, and I've shared this on one of these videos before. We learned that he was born with bad spine and hips. So he can't walk. The vet said, Judy, he can't walk like you can't walk him like you did Kilo. That's what she said. So I can't. But I walk them about a mile a day and I walk myself more, not in the hot Arizona summers. I walk them about half a mile, and then I've been using a inexpensive treadmill because I already put it underneath the couch. I'm hiding it underneath the couch because it's going to be cool starting in a week. It's cooler now than it was. So I'm taking them for a short walk and then I go for a little bit of a walk. But come here by the 11th, I think they said it's going to be cooler. So I'll be doing more walking. The other day, because I didn't take the dogs at all. So I went early and I did 4 miles. And that was at Riparian Preserve in Gilbert, Arizona. It's beautiful with trees, 7 ponds, and all that. But that's a little bit of my history. But the AromaTouch is a real important technique. People with lower incomes can afford to get it done. And this is something you can't do your own spine. If you're married, maybe your spouse can do your spine. But I can teach people how to do the AromaTouch technique. If you want to come here, or I go to your house, or uh, doTERRA has a number of videos. So one way or another. But I would not use anything but a good quality oil. Buying them at cheap stores and stuff is not the best quality. Although I've had people use that stuff and say it does help them, but it also has additives in it. And I just don't want, personally, if I'm going to use it for health and healing, I want the best. And I want no artificial stuff in it because somebody might be allergic to something like that. So that's the way we go. So I'm going to do several days maybe on AromaTouch information so that because again, this is something, if you can do it in your own home, if you're married or have adult kids or something there, uh, it saves you a lot of money. And now doTERRA has where you can become a member and you don't have to pay a membership fee. You get in free the first time. So that gives you a 25% discount on the finest oils in the world. Even Google says that number one is doTERRA. And I'm thrilled to be using these oils. I'm just thrilled. So I will put my name, my number and my email below, and the websites. Okay? Join me again. Uh, I'm going to try and do something at least 2 or 3 times a week. So this is Tuesday. So I'll try to do Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. How's that? I'm real busy, but I'm glad. And I hike and walk. I mean, I don't just work. I have fun. I do things that are fun. I have friends and I do fun things, but I also work. And at 79, I move slow. So there you go. Have fun. Bye bye. And